So today I want to talk about a mentality you need to have when you're going through hard times as a footballer, or you're demotivated. Maybe you're in bad form right now. You're not really enjoying your training. Maybe you're out injured. So so today I'm going to be talking about a mentality you need to have in order to get through those hard times. And the mentality literally is, just tell yourself that you need to remember that you chose this. You chose to be a footballer. You chose to go on the journey of trying to make it as a footballer, and no one's forcing you to do this, basically. So I feel like for me, anytime I was in I was in a bad place, or I was injured, or I wasn't really playing well, I'd always just tell myself, like, yo, you could always just quit, like, nobody's gonna force you to do this. Like, you can always just quit. You can always just hang up your boots and just say, yeah, this ain't for me. Like, let me just go do something else. But anytime I said that to myself, something inside me would just be like, nah, fuck that. Like, nah, fuck that. Like, I'm trying to make it as a footballer. Like, I'm trying to make it. And obviously that would just sort of, if let's say I was procrastinating to go train, and I'll just say to myself, you could always just quit football. Like, imagine you quitting football. You won't have to go to training. You won't have to do this. You won't have to do that. But as soon as I told myself that, I thought for a minute. I was like, yeah, fuck that. No, I'm going training. I'm going training. So I feel like you always just have to remind yourself that, yo, despite you going through hard times, despite the challenges and the obstacles you may face, just tell yourself, nobody's forcing me to do this. I'm choosing to be here. You see them days where your coach is making you do a 12-minute Cooper run, he's making you do the bleep test, and you're looking at him and you hate him so much, and you're thinking, nah, fuck this guy. Like, why am I even doing this? Just remember, nobody forced you to be there, bro. Nobody forced you to come to training. Nobody forced you to sign for whatever team you play for. Only you chose it. So it's clear that you know the bad side. You know the bad sides and the good sides of football. You know that it can't just be good every single week, every single day. It can't just be, just endless amounts of victories. You're gonna have to face them hard days, them days where you get where you get beaten badly, 5-0, 6-0, even 7-0. Them days where you're injured, them days where you may not be playing well, and you're demotivated. You don't want to train. You don't want to get off your ass. You don't want to do anything. Trust me. Just tell yourself, yo, nobody's forcing you to be a footballer, or nobody's forcing you to try and make it as a footballer. Like, you want this yourself. So in my opinion, that's the mentality. That's the mentality you need to have, because once you have this mentality, it's gonna go from, you're gonna go from being ungrateful and saying to yourself, oh, I have to go train, I have to do this, I have to do this. And then you have instead of that negative attitude, you're gonna have a positive attitude of, like, all right, cool, I get to go train, I get to go play football, I get the opportunity to do this, I get to do something that people in other countries don't really get to have. Let's say in a country where there's like a good football development structure. There's academies, there's lots of teams to go play for. Like me, I'm in the UK. There's pretty much everything in the UK. Like, there's no excuses. There's teams everywhere. There's good development systems in terms of the academies, because obviously football's the main sport here. So anytime, if you're in a country like the UK, like me, just tell yourself that, yo, nobody's forcing me to be here. And then trust me, you just have a grateful attitude. You just be like, hi, cool, I get to go training, I get to go work on my game, I have the opportunity to go and be better. Like, for me personally, I know myself that I had to become grateful for having like a big astroturf literally 10 minutes from my house. Because even on the days where I wasn't motivated, I would have to tell myself that, yo, how not many people get to have like an astroturf literally 10 minutes to their house. Like, a lot of people would literally kill for the opportunity to go and get to improve their game and have access to it every single day. Because some people who are footballers, some people may not live next to an astroturf, some people may live in the countryside, and there's not really too many facilities. They may only get to go do team training, and maybe they have to even pay for one-to-one sessions in order to work on their game. But me, I can literally go to the AstroTurf for free. What I'm saying, climb through the hole and just literally go work on my game. I can call people if I need people to come train with me. So once you have this mentality of, okay, nobody's forcing me to do this. Like, I'm the one who's making me do this, do the work. Take the bad with the good. You're just gonna become way more grateful, and I feel like you're gonna become way more motivated as well. So in my opinion, you have to embrace the hard times and just tell yourself that you chose this. And I know it can be hard because sometimes it can just feel like the whole world is just crumbling around you. Like, you know, sometimes when you're just not having, you're not in good form. You feel like your teammates are getting onto you sometimes, or your coach has dropped you from the team, and you don't feel as valuable. You feel and that loss of confidence as well. Like, I'm pretty sure we've all gone through that loss of confidence where we go from, you know, knowing who we are, knowing our strengths, knowing our weaknesses, and then all of a sudden we lose confidence, and then it's like, when we go on the pitch, we're sort of hesitating, you know. Normally when you're in good form, you're confident. Let's say you're a centre midfielder. Let's take me for example as a centre midfielder. Normally, if I'm in good form and I'm confident, I'm playing that crossfield pass, or I'm playing that through ball into the wing or into the striker. But sometimes when you're in bad form, you sort of hesitate, and then you're not confident. I sort of hesitate, and then I might, instead of playing it through to that winger, I might just, you know, turn this way and play sideways. You know, it's just little things like that, and it can be so frustrating sometimes. I think a loss of form is bad, but injury is the worst, because injury, you're just thinking, damn, like you have this feeling in your head that everyone's getting ahead of me, especially if you're in an academy, or you're in like a high level team where there's a lot of competition for places. It's like, oh, everyone's playing football, everyone's getting ahead of me. I'm spending time rehabbing instead of, you know, developing and working on my game, getting faster, getting better technically, getting stronger, more powerful. And you just think about all the missed time, all the missed opportunity, that all the time lost that you could have been that you could have had just working on your game and just becoming a better player. I remember my worst injury, I was out for like 3 months, and I was just thinking, oh my days, like I was in a good place, good momentum. This was near the end of COVID, so I think I got from like from like March to like June, I was just grinding like a beast. Like I said, I lost weight. I was feeling fast. I was feeling explosive. The technical aspect of the game was there. My touch was crisp. Everything. I felt sharp. And then I got injured. I think like at the start of June, and I was just thinking, damn, like I got injured. I was out. I was basically out for the whole summer. I think I came back maybe like late August. Like I tried to force myself to come back late August, because I was like, nah, I can't be out for the whole summer. Let me come back for like the last 2 weeks of summer. You know, I tried. I was still feeling pain in my knees, but you know, I tried grinding. I tried fugging it out, but my knees just kept hurting. And then I ended up not playing again until an actual 11-a-side game until March 2021, because I remember um, I was injured for September, October, November. Then no, in September, October, I was gonna come back in. I was ready to come back in November, but then obviously games got cancelled again. And then the second lockdown happened in January, and then obviously the lockdown got lifted in March, and then that's when I got to play. So I literally went a whole year without playing 11-a-side football. Literally from March, I played my last game in March 2020, and then I came back in March, and then I played the next 11-a-side game in March 2021. Like it was mad. So even I look back at moments like that, and I'm like, damn, like it was hard, but hey, I got through it, and it's part of the process. So you're just gonna have to endure things like that. And like I said, the main takeaway from this vid is, yo, remember, nobody's forcing you to do this. You chose to be a footballer, unless it's extreme circumstances like your dad's forcing you to be a footballer, or you feel pressure from other people to be a footballer. But even that, I sort of feel like that you can just sort of just walk away from it. I don't think it's that deep. Like no one's. I don't think even your dad might be disappointed, but I don't think he's gonna get onto you. He's not gonna kill you over you not becoming a professional footballer, especially if you show him that you're successful elsewhere. But like I said, majority of the time it's you deciding to be a professional footballer. So you have to take the good with the bad, and just remember, for just be grateful for the journey basically. So that's all I've got to say for this vid. Hope you enjoyed. I've been JT, and I'm out.